Hey guys, just a quick note. We are about to do another run of the Nurglerbring shirts. So if you missed those the first time around, check the link in the description below. You can grab one for you or a gift. This one is wrinkly because I've never worn it. So if you want your own wrinkly Nurglerbring shirt, check out the link in the description. Thanks.
Carbros, yeah. Carbros USA, yeah.
This is Carbros Podcast episode 14.
Big 1-4.
The big
Yeah.
1-4 lucky 14.
Right.
Hello, fellow Carbros.
Welcome back.
Yes. Welcome back.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
How was your week?
Hello to all our fans. Hello to all our patrons. Right off the bat, if you're enjoying Carbros Podcast, consider signing up for our Patreon. You can find it by Googling Carbros Patreon.
Yes. Or there's a link below.
I don't know the website.
Oh,
yeah. Description too.
Yeah.
Also, if you are listening to this on iTunes or Apple Podcasts, please rate and review or whatever, because we are really vain and we like the feedback.
Coming up.
Yeah. Now, apparently it helps with the algorithm or something.
Yep.
Whatever.
Some of the technology.
Some of the magic.
Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Just to open, I wanted to start with one of my...
An apology.
For what?
M5 video.
Oh, yeah. Sorry about...
Missing that October 1st.
Well, maybe it'll be launched by the time this... There's another video that I'm working on that is different from the usual Carbros flavor, featuring my E39 M5, which I still have not really started.
Yeah.
But I've talked about it for months now.
I've heard a lot about it.
Yeah. And I haven't really told Mike or John what the content of it, because it's kind of a solo project. And so it's just been this thing I'm talking about that I've made no progress.
But it's going to be sweet, according to you.
But I keep assuring them that it's going to be like next level and like change the game of automotive videos or whatever.
You heard it here.
So it is coming eventually. The holdup for me is I wanted to first lower the M5 because the stock ride height on those things
on bags.
is kind of weak. Yeah. So I bought coilovers. I got some KW V3s, which are very nice coilovers.
Yes.
And some front suspension stuff. I got some monoballs for one of the bushings and then replacement bushings for another one. So it's like, it'll be a nice refresh. The car is pretty low mileage, but it's like, it'll be nice to do that stuff. But I didn't want to film until I had that done. So I have the stuff and I keep going back and forth of whether or not I should do the work.
The answer is no.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like,
elbows.
should I do it? And it's been, when did I buy the coilovers? A month ago?
More than that.
If more than that.
If
Yeah.
not more.
Yeah.
And I still haven't done it. And so I'm at the point where it's like, clearly I'm not.
They're not going to stop themselves.
Clearly I'm not into this enough. So I'm just going to find a shop and have them do it.
But it's actually kind of funny because like it feels like the enjoyment you get out of working on your car kind of changes a lot by like what else you have going on.
Yeah.
Like
it's not a priority right now.
Yeah, and it used to be like, oh, like I can't wait to get out there in that garage and just and you're just like,
well, when it was new, the whole arc of like working on your own car for me is like, I'm excited to do this because I'm excited to learn.
Right.
Like I've never changed spark plugs, and then it's like the first time it's new, and the second and third time it's cool because you're faster, and then it's like at a certain point, like I don't even change my own oil anymore. Honestly, I mean I might on the 4Runner just because I wouldn't even have to jack it up. You know, I can just like reach under there. But it's like at a certain point, I was like, I don't actually enjoy working on my own car. But some stuff, it's just dumb to pay for. Right. It's like, okay, I can do this myself.
Yeah.
Like I'm not going to pay
if
someone.
there's not a big like learning curve.
If there's not a big learning curve or whatever. But it's like suspension work.
Oh yeah.
It's like,
especially on that car, you have to like tear apart a good amount of the interior.
Yeah, and the rear, you have to pull the whole rear deck apart. And it's like the front, there's a bunch of like ball joints and stuff. It's like none of it, it's not
rewarding
rocket surgery.
Right.
You know, it's like it's not that.
Right.
It's not a very hard car to work on, but it's still just like
work.
Do I really want to do this? or do I want to like essentially press a button and have it done?
Yeah.
And the point of what I'm trying to do really is this video. It's like, I want the car upgraded and stuff. That's cool. But it's like, it's stopping me from other goals.
Yeah.
And if I'm not able to motivate myself to just sack up and do it over a weekend, like I should just pay to have it done.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, like sometimes I enjoy working on.
I think for me, it's just it's like depends on the level of complexity of what you need to do.
Yeah.
Because like the Subaru, like parts of it are easy to work on. Well, when I first added all that stuff, it kind of just reignited my passion for that car because I'd owned it for 10 years and it was just my daily driver and I didn't do anything. It wasn't special anymore. And then it was like, oh, I'm going to add all this cool shit to it.
Right.
But it's like, I would like to do the spark plugs in that car. Like I wouldn't even do that anymore. I would pay a shop to do that.
Oh, especially on that thing.
Yeah. Like, because you have to like take off like half of the
intake.
Yeah. You have to take all this shit off. And like when I got the clutch replaced, I was like, I'm not going to do that myself. Like, but you know, suspension and the radiator was super easy to take in and out on that car. You know, it just depends on what it is.
I think if I was better set up for it, I have a garage, but it's just like, I don't know. I don't know what the excuse is.
I think like having a lift would be fucking
Oh yeah. Honestly, like the hardest part.
I always say that, but then probably if I did have it, I'd be like,
it's a safe excuse because it's going to be a while before we get one.
Right.
So you can
someday if we get enough patrons.
Well, for me, the pain in the ass thing is to jack up the lowered Subaru. Like that's like, I got to fucking jack up the front of the car.
Even stock ride height, my jack does not fit under the M5.
Right.
And like that alone is enough. It's like, do I really want to? Yeah, a lift would be a big deal. Honestly, that would be a big enough. That might actually be a big enough deal for me to.
If we get enough patrons,
I just hate jacking my car up. I think that is a big source.
Just imagine we had
I leave the Subaru like on jack stands like until I need to drive it.
Yeah, it's like once it's up, especially if you've ever gotten a car onto 4 jack stands using just a floor jack. It's like
that's a big,
that's an achievement.
It's not coming down.
It's a sketchy. Yeah, you better get everything done that you want to get done.
Yeah,
because getting it up there sucks. So yeah, I think that's part of it. I just don't have the time and patience. I have the time. I mean, it's not a priority. That's the better way to put it. It's just not a priority these days, unless it's like a really small, stupid thing,
little weekend.
Some little weekend thing. But yeah, it's just like the value of a couple $100 changes.
Yeah. Especially
as you get older.
In relation to your time.
Yeah, in relation to your time. So with that said,
you could be like playing video games.
Yeah, Red Dead.
Yeah.
And in that same flavor though, I still really enjoy washing my own car.
Yes.
There's something about that I really enjoy, and just like nerding out.
Yeah.
I mean, I love washing older cars because you can actually make it different. Washing a new car is like, you can get it as nice as it was like 2 years ago. But if it's like 20 years old, you can actually like restore.
Bring it back.
Yeah, you can bring it back.
Buff it out.
I love getting in there with like Q-tips in the interior and just all that tiny stuff. It's pretty therapeutic for me.
Yeah, that's always.
So I enjoy that stuff, even though I'm not that good. I could wash a car, but like high-end detailing and stuff, it's like I'm not that good at that.
Yeah.
So... long story to say the M5 video is coming because I have decided to let someone else do the work to push me past.
That actually reminds me.
Hurdle.
What do you guys think about like car bras or like when people like tape up their front end?
To
like keep. I think I'm not really a fan of
like
that.
a permanent thing or like when they go to like a racetrack.
Either one, really.
Racetrack's fine.
Well, I guess but like
that's a little excessive.
People are like, like I'm taking my vet to a car show, but I'm gonna like put a bunch of painter's tape all over the front end
on a show for a show.
Just anything. Like
if you go on a track,
I think
I'm not against that. That's fine.
I don't think most of these people are going to the
They might, they probably aren't.
Yeah,
but for the purpose of a track, I think that's fine.
Yeah.
Go for it. Paint the whole front. The leather front bra is atrocious.
Yeah.
That's hideous. And even what's weird is even a like 3M clear bra, I can see them.
Yeah.
And there's something I don't like about it.
No.
It's like,
I don't know if I could pick one. I probably could if I knew where to look. But
it's just that you can usually see the lines, and people put paint protection when they buy a new car. It's like, I get it, but as subtle as it is, it's still
detracting.
Yeah, like there's like a giant line where the hood's not right, like the paint's not as shiny.
It's like a catch-22.
Yeah,
I want this to look nice, but it's also going to look weird while I try to keep it looking nice.
Yeah. There's something about if you were to keep a car for a long time, like patina, but garaged patina, like the car is in really good shape, but it has rock chips. It's like there's something really cool about that.
Yeah.
When it's just clearly been parked outside all its life,
Right.
and
Yeah,
it's
it's
just
all
like
sunbathed.
it's kind
The
of
clear coats yellowing and stuff.
It's like that's kind of gross. Like that thing wasn't taking that good a shape. But we saw at a car show, like, which will now be a week ago when you hear this, there was like an 89 Supra turbo, and it was just bone stock,
Targa off.
Targa off,
Looking good.
idling, which I didn't notice at first because it was so quiet, just idling. He was like warming it up before he left. I was like, man, this car is quiet. And he's like, yeah, it's all stock and just like maintained. And it wasn't like factory fresh, but it was in good shape.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's pretty cool. And so to me, it's like, if you're putting a clear bra on the front of a car to stop like a bunch of tiny rock chips, like who cares?
Yeah.
Like, because that kind of wear is cool.
And when is anyone going to like look at the front of a car and be like, oh, it has rock chips, I'm out.
Yeah, I'm
like,
going to do it. Yeah.
Count me out.
Yeah, I kind of like
that.
that kind of stuff. Like, that car is so cool to me because it's like, it wasn't preserved.
Right.
It's still a car you can drive, but it had clearly been taken care of for like 30 years. So yeah, that was pretty sweet.
Yeah. So anyways, aside from the M5 video, we also have another, I'd say that one's coming along pretty well. The, you want to reveal it?
I think we should talk about it.
Yeah.
We usually just like come out with the video.
Right.
But we also just kind of talked, and maybe this will be the only time.
No one's going to listen to this.
But that's the thing is, we're only getting 800 people listening.
Right.
If
that, yeah.
So if we talk about stuff, it's like
Let them.
it's not really like a big spoiler alert. So we are working on Final Race 2.
Wow.
Bombs dropped.
Yeah.
And let me just summarize it by saying the word ambitious.
Yes.
If it is executed as envisioned, it's both hilarious and
Super dumb.
very dumb and very ambitious. And I think we're onto something pretty good.
Yeah.
But it came about because we were getting
It came out because we wanted the money.
it was like we were getting legitimately 100,000 views a day on Final Race 1 and making no money.
Literally no money.
Yeah, $0 because of the unlicensed music in the end. And it was like, why don't we just make another one?
Yeah, that formula works.
Like if the format works.
Yeah.
And it also wasn't, the thing about Final Race is I'm very proud of that video.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, oh God, like the video we sold out on is popular. It's like, no, that video is hilarious.
We pretty much like nailed what we wanted to.
Yeah. It was like we made something that we liked. Apparently huge swaths of different audiences like it, which we didn't even intend, but they still like it.
I don't know if they like it.
Well,
they watch it.
They're watching it. But like it is by many metrics a very successful video, including our personal metrics of like satisfaction. So I was like, fuck it, man, let's make another one of these. Like let's do one that we can actually monetize.
Right.
And like give the people what they want.
What they're craving.
Yeah. Give them what they're craving. So that's
pretty far along in the
it's coming along
pre-production.
Yeah. And then we have a couple other things that are in the hopper. It's always like, it's kind of like we've got 5 or 6 videos that are kind of like bubbling. Right. And then one of them hits
kind
this like
comes to the surface.
One of them, it'll hit this like escape velocity or it's like, well, I guess that's the one we're working on.
Yeah.
A follow-up to Blaze is also being worked on.
Popular demand.
Yeah. Then we have the big one, but we keep putting it on the back burner. But
let's not talk about
that.
That one's too good.
Yeah. And that's also like very, very early in the
Yeah. We've got some more ambitious, like closer to feature length kind of stuff.
Right. And we also have some pretty good ideas for the return of Jack Diamond.
Oh yeah. Jack Diamond also has
at some point, hopefully in the not too far off future.
Yeah. Well, the thing that like I just started watching The Office, the US version, after I'm only like 12 years late to that show or something, after like 200 people told me it was funny. But like that format gave me an idea for how to make, like that format's pretty easy.
Yeah,
you just sort of write a rough script and then the camera,
go for it.
The amateur nature of the filming both adds to the effect and is really easy to do.
Right.
And so we were kind of talking about, I mean, essentially the idea is like Jack Diamond, a reality show
with Jack Diamond.
It's like The Office, but in a garage, and Jack Diamond's the boss.
It's like, simple as that.
Think of it like that. And I think that could be like a multi-episode thing.
That'd be fun to experiment with that.
Because there's a lot of material. A lot of it. It pretty much writes itself.
Yeah.
Let's just say. And then I was also thinking like Adobe in their Creative Cloud, in the Master Suite, they now have animation for keying or programs for keying animation for creating. Yeah, it looks pretty easy to like rig an animated thing. So I'm kind of thinking we should try like a cartoon.
It's like a skeletal.
Yeah, it looks pretty sweet, and they can match like voice stuff, so we could talk through.
I haven't looked at.
Yeah, I kind of want to start messing with it, but I think we should try a cartoon. Yeah, I think an animated series would be pretty funny. Yeah, as well. Like I don't know where to go with it, but we'll go somewhere. Yeah, so look out for that. We might test that kind of stuff.
Do they still have Flash? Like I know it's not.
No, Flash is discontinued.
It's just gone. You can't even.
Damn, I think you're supposed to use After
so
Effects
many morph.
I know. I'm sure it's distributed elsewhere. But yeah, so a couple different things, and then there's 1,000 other.
Yeah. We have like a master list of
just random.
Some of it's a little fleshed out. Some of it's literally just a joke.
Honestly, sometimes a joke is all it takes. Because I was laughing so much the other day driving. I guess yesterday driving here about that Jack Diamond joke where I throw you on the hood. Don't you ever misgender me or whatever, or assume my gender. Literally, that was like the foundation of that whole video. I mean, it was like, oh, we should do like Craigslist buying and selling, but it was like, imagine Jack Diamond.
That's not very PC.
Getting mad at someone for assuming his gender.
Hey, buddy.
Just like, oh, fuck. I was just dying laughing. Never assume my gender. You got that fruitcake? Oh, jeez. Oh, man. I love that line. It's like, I can't tell if it's like, is that just being full of myself? But like every once in a while I go back and watch our own stuff.
Damn, that was good.
Laugh at it. And it's really good.
These guys are really
really onto something. It's really good. But yeah, we kind of changed course a couple times, and that's why there's been like a lack of video stuff. Yeah, basically. But if it appears, we have gotten not much, but like 2 comments that are like, "Yeah, I'm just not feeling the podcast. Like, sorry." It's like I can say the podcasts are not really affecting our ability to make videos.
No,
yeah,
like these are not getting in the way.
No, we're not like
this.
We could be doing this.
Yeah, these take some time, but like honestly, if anything, it just forces me to come down here more often to make these.
Right. We plan other stuff,
working on other stuff. So yeah. If we weren't doing the podcast, you would just be getting nothing. It's not like like all these videos would be coming out. It's like these are not replacing anything.
Right.
And I only say that because a few people have commented, and I usually assume for every one comment, there's like
5 people that
10 to 50 or some whatever. There's some percentage of other people who are thinking it, but not saying it. So.
Yeah, that's kind of where we're at.
Yeah, that's where we're at. There's a couple other things. I can't think of any, though, that are like big. Those are the big ones.
Yeah.
Final Race 2 is definitely the most developed and, at least for me, probably funniest. Because there's a lot of stuff left.
It's definitely going to challenge our post-production.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of special effects that we've pictured that we're not entirely sure how to.
Yeah. What I like though, like a lot of times Car Bros for me is like, I will either in my professional life develop some new technique and then use it on Car Bros, or in Car Bros I'll try something new and then I'll end up just like using it a ton in my professional life. It's like, I've got some experience. Green screen.
Right.
It's like,
I put my face onto Paul Walker's.
Here's a little work I've done. VFX.
A little portfolio.
A little something. Yeah. So I'd say January 1st.
Yeah.
Let's call that.
Yeah.
New Year's Day.
That's
you're gonna have a little something to look
That'll
forward
be
to.
Maybe before, but that's our like goal line that
that'd be nice. We may or may not. Yeah,
that'd be like the 4-year anniversary from when we started.
I think so. I think January 2015.
Did we actually release it on January 1st? I can't remember.
Scion FRS or whatever
was the first.
I think it was the first or the second.
I remember
it was like a Monday.
It was like the first working day.
Yeah, we were watching the New Year's Eve stuff while editing it.
That's right.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. That's kind of
we'll shoot for that.
The state of Carbros.
And then we're probably going to do a trailer before then.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So we have a sweet trailer planned.
Yep.
Yeah. So the main thing I wanted to talk about for this podcast was both how sweet car commercials used to be
and how awful
and comparatively how terrible they are these days.
Yes.
Because we were just watching basically late 80s, early 90s vintage commercials, which I don't really remember seeing on TV. I guess some of them I do.
We were only like 5 to 10 years old.
Yeah. But the thing that struck out most to me is their like infatuation with V6s for some reason. Do you have that queued up? Play just the beginning of that.
I might have it.
I can just insert it.
Oh, we'll have you overlay it.
Okay.
Just so that we're
from the beginning.
Yeah.
Hey, Mark. May I borrow your car? It's a V6.
Okay, pause it.
Like 2.5 seconds.
Yeah, right out of the gate.
It's V6.
It's a V6.
Hey man, it's a V6. Like, okay. What? Hey
Mark.
Oh man. All right. Just play the whole thing. Make them listen to it.
I'm gonna start it again.
Hey Mark, may I borrow your car? It's a V6. Don't let the power go to your head.
The Toyota Camry V6 has 156 horsepower that makes for surprisingly exhilarating driving. But please, try to be mature about it.
Woo! Mark, thanks for letting me borrow this powerful Camry V6. I think I'll go out and buy one today. I love what you do for me, Toyota.
That fucking jump.
Yeah. Fucking, you get some air.
Yeah, you get some
lift off.
Serious hang time.
Yeah. It's like
how is that guy not in the NBA?
I think when they were casting that, it's like, are you like good looking?
Yeah.
And well spoken? And do you have like a 10-foot vertical lead?
Do you have like a 46-inch vertical? Man, if you're not watching this, if you're not watching the video, you're missing out.
Yeah.
Sorry,
we'll put a link in the description.
iTunes listeners.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like
156.
Yeah, what is it? 150 something horsepower.
Don't let it go to your head.
Screaming about it. Compared with today. Well, hold on. There's one other one that I think is super sweet is the 300ZX.
Oh yeah.
Turn of the century. Oh no, not turn of the century. Turn of the 90s.
Yeah.
300ZX commercial
that John's going to play right now.
Yeah, we'll play that one. Put that one here.
Today there's a new power on the road. Today all eyes are on the sports car news of the decade. The first Nissan 300ZX.
Come alive, come and drive, Major Motion.
The V6 powered 300ZX, where art and technology intersect. Digital dash with graphic tachometer. A gauge measures acceleration in G-forces. 8-way power seat. Adjust your suspension 3 ways. Now, stand on it.
Come alive, come and drive, Major Motion.
From Nissan, the new 300ZX. 3 liters of V6 motion. Fuel-injected, turbo-thrusted, 200 horses strong. To snap you from 0 to awesome.
Come alive, come and drive, Major Motion from Nissan.
At your Datsun dealer.
So the thing I like about this commercial is like
the choir.
They got their money's worth out of that choir. Yeah. I picture the like art director like, put the choir again. One more time. Are you sure? 3 times? Put it in there.
Yeah.
Put it in there again. My favorite, if you're listening to this on the audio, probably the most important thing you miss is a sweet V6 graphic coming into the V6. Like, were V6, was that just like a hard engine configuration?
I don't know.
I mean, they're so proud
I mean,
of
back in like the 60s and stuff, like the V6 was the weak model. Like you always
They
wanted
didn't,
the
no,
V8.
they didn't have V6.
I think I think they couldn't figure out
it wasn't.
how to
It wasn't
make-
until like the late 70s ish.
Yeah. I'm thinking it was like a hard configuration to balance.
To, like, make it
or
smooth,
something.
yeah.
Yeah. And they like, it was kind of
cracked
a
the
new
code.
I think they must
The
have
Da Vinci
cracked the
code of the
because
V6.
they're very
Well, actually,
proud of it.
come to think, when we were at the Quail a couple months ago, like, you know, there was all those like Lancias, and there's a couple like convertible like 60s ones. And, like one of those had a V6,
It was like a big deal.
and I was
or
like
something.
reading about it. It's like the first ever like production V6
Yeah.
or something.
Because I remember 4 cylinders were just really hard to make. They wanted them,
Yeah.
but they
Yeah.
just couldn't get it to like idle
Right.
or something. It's like for a while, it was just hard to get.
Yeah,
It was like straight 6, V8.
yeah, and then V6,
And like
just
those
came.
were the, and then it was like, oh, they figured out a
yeah.
V6.
Oh, they can make a V.
Because it had all these advantages. It was like shorter
Right.
and like compact and whatever. So it must have been a big deal because they are very proud of it.
Yeah.
They're
Tooting their own horn.
definitely talking about it. Yeah. 200 horsepower. Can you imagine? If 150 was a big deal.
Yeah.
I can't even.
Yeah. I also like telling them to stand on it.
with authority.
Yeah, there's no joking around there. Yeah, the I think what got us really thinking about this was this Acura commercial.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I sent that to you guys after I saw it.
Yeah, which is just like, we'll play it right here.
Yeah.
Please allow me to introduce myself. I'm a man of wealth and taste. Been around for a long, long year. So many a man's soul to waste. Pleased to meet you. Hope you guess my name. Come on, come on, come on.
And so it's just like, they didn't say anything about the car,
No, not
right?
really,
It's
no.
just like,
But yeah, I mean that's part of it. But it's more like the driving in it is like
Right. Like no one is going to
fucking
drive that
sideways.
It's like you need to get this thing as dramatic as you can. It's like
How exciting can you make this vehicle look? And they showed nothing about the car.
Yeah.
It was some nostalgia about when Acura made cool cars
Right.
that people like, and then completely unrealistic setting.
yeah,
for all of the
it shows
driving.
like all-wheel drive and or front-wheel drive cars, just like
Yeah. Getting
full fucking sideways.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
who would ever?
Yeah.
Like even at a track day, you're not.
Yeah.
You have to like go so far out of your way
It's
to.
a desert.
You have to
doing
like
donuts.
You have to like
and stuff.
hold the traction control button off for like 12 minutes
Yeah.
just to
Yeah.
like allow the car to even like try to do
Yeah. You
that.
have to be going like 50 to 60 miles an hour and then do like a Scandinavian
Yeah, you have
flick
to
or
like
something.
pull or press the e-brake.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah, I wonder what they had to do to film that stuff.
it's just like,
Probably like CGI, to be honest.
no, I think
No, that one
I think it's
wasn't.
real, but it's just like a stunt driver.
Yeah, or they had to put some like bootleg firmware on it that
Yeah.
allowed the traction control systems. Like,
Yeah, because most of those cars like won't even defeat it to get you that level of rotation in a luxury SUV.
every once in a while, there is like a entertaining car commercial, but not really. They're mostly just bad,
And they
if not offensive.
They're all just like image and like they don't,
very
most of them don't
image.
even say anything about the car.
Yeah, the ones that actually piss me off. They're so bad they piss me off. Is I think it's GM that does it or something, where it's just like huge white letters on the screen, like car driving through New York City, and it'll be like bold move or something.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just like just so embarrassingly
just nothing to
thin.
it. Yeah.
It's just like, no one gives a shit about your boring car.
Right.
you're trying so hard, and I just picture like this ad agency, like 10 guys around a table, like, what are we gonna do? It's like,
Make it look cool.
how are we gonna make this like look cool? And it's just like such a pathetic commercial.
Yep.
Those ones are bad. The other ones that I don't know if they anger me the same way. Those are just bad from a design aesthetic. But the ones where it's like, it's so cliche, but it's like, a wife buys her husband a car for Christmas or something.
Here it is.
It's just like, oh, here it is. He'll grab the keys.
It's the December to remember.
Yeah. He'll just like grab the keys and run out and like drive it. It's like, what fucking relationship?
How do you know our credit's very bad?
Yeah, I kind of want to make. I'm getting the idea for. We should make a faux commercial. First of all, we should just mimic that Camry commercial. We should just remake that shot for shot.
Toyota actually like should remake that. Like, they have like a 300 horsepower Camry. Just remake that exact same thing.
All right. Well, if Toyota doesn't do it, I think we're gonna do it.
We're gonna rent it.
We're gonna get a trampoline for that fucking jump at the end. Then the other one I think we should do is like,
don't let it go to your head.
My life partner. Like, I bought you a car, and it's like, are you fucking nuts?
I just lost my job.
You bought a car?
What APR percent did you get on this?
You bought a car without consulting me?
I'm trying to fix my credit.
Are you out of your fucking mind? Yeah. You didn't ask before you... Silver? I don't want silver. What the fuck did you do? Like, just have it like bomb. I thought you... All right.
Put that on the list.
Okay, so we got 2 more videos in the pipeline. Man, we could probably bang that out in like a day.
Damn. All right, look for that next week.
All we need is like a big red bow. And like launch it around Christmas time.
When you bought your Jeep, they didn't put that bow on it.
They did.
Oh, they did?
They did.
Do they take the bow back?
Yes. It's just a display bow.
Oh,
I know.
They just have one.
I swear to God, when I was, I think it was when I sold the Challenger, I was like waiting for my mom to come pick me up.
Yeah.
And so I walked by there like, whatever, like where they get them ready.
Yeah.
And they had one of those like Buick Encore
things
with that bow on it.
Oh, yeah.
Just like, oh, man.
The Buick Encore.
That's a big moment for someone. That day is very memorable. They got a Buick Encore.
It's like, is there anything lamer than like a super lame used car?
I wonder
with a huge yellow bow.
It was funny, like when my girlfriend was looking for cars, like she originally was looking for like small SUVs or crossovers and stuff like that.
Right.
And she came across the Encore. She was like looking at the interior pictures of it.
Wait, did we put that joke in the?
I was gonna say,
did that joke ever get out to the public?
Which one?
The Buick Encore joke at the auto show.
Oh, the Buick Chodemaster.
Yeah, the Chodemaster. Yeah.
We cut that. We were the patrons saw it.
Okay.
Every time we release a video, we put all the cut jokes.
Yeah,
because we'll usually shoot a bunch of stuff and then we'll cut like. Typically, they're just offensive.
Was the Honda one in there too?
Now, we had like sexual harassment allegations against the Civic, and like Honda pulled out of the show. So we do cutting room floor videos, and it's like 3 minutes of just like cut stuff
we didn't use because either wasn't that funny or
it either wasn't funny enough
or was very funny but also very
or it was too funny. And one of them was the Buick Chodemaster.
Well, that was because when she sent me the link,
John's gonna have to show a picture of this.
Yeah, she sent me a link, and I was like, "You want a Chodemobile?" And she like, ever since I said that, she's like, now every time we see one driving around, she goes, "Oh, there's a Chodemobile." Like once you see it, you can't unsee it.
Here's a photo of one. Put the photo here. Yeah. As you can see, it's extremely dumb looking.
Yeah.
Chodemaster.
It's very chodish.
Yeah. But it was a good joke. Roadmaster.
Yeah.
Why did we pull that?
I don't know.
That was foolish.
Some balls.
And that's probably what would have taken that video to the next level. Yeah. So picture that thing, but with a big yellow bow.
Yeah. Yes. Here's your car. Oh, man.
I kind of think like this is probably not true.
Disclaimer.
So I guess I don't think this. Part of what helped Toyota gain traction was their advertising campaigns because they're pretty memorable.
Like I remember that. Like, I love what you do. Like, as a like
the freeze frame jump and stuff. And I remember their commercials talking about, I was talking to someone about this recently, and they were like, oh yeah, I remember commercials for Toyota trucks where they would talk about the features and the benefits.
Yeah.
And then I remember seeing a Chevy truck commercial, and he was just like driving over rocks or something. It was like
a rock.
Yeah, it was just
Bob
like
Seger.
Yeah.
I mean, I mean, part of it was they were just crushing it around that era. They
Yeah.
were making superior vehicles, but like, I don't know. I think their ad campaigns. That reminds me too. Just
I don't know. I like those Bob Seger Chevy commercials.
Yeah, sure.
Well, that's just a good
I'm
song.
just saying.
Yeah, But I mean, like it's compared to now, like establishing an identity for now.
Yeah.
Like, who fucking knows what Chevy's slogan is?
God, Chevy
Is it?
commercials.
Is it even?
It's Find New Roads.
Is
I
it?
think,
Is it still that?
Chevy commercials.
Here's some guy that's gonna like tell you about all the awards. He's
Yeah.
gonna, like
Yeah, the survey commercials are just atrocious.
everybody like makes fun of those, which they should.
JD Power and Associates.
But like the can you? I can't imagine like how disappointed I would be if like if like you wound up there like, oh man, this might be cool. And like,
What? Oh, the unpaid actors.
yeah, like, oh,
Yeah.
what, this guy's literally just gonna fucking tell me about the award.
Yeah,
like,
you get roped in.
I don't even get to like.
Would you like to participate
Yeah.
in the?
Yeah.
Oh, what is it?
Like,
And then it's
this
I
Impala has
You mean-
built-in Wi-Fi.
Oh, you mean like I'm not. I don't like win this car. Like
Yeah.
you're just gonna like tell me about it.
Yeah.
Like tell me about
what
the
car
awards
company?
that I
Blah,
won.
blah, blah, blah.
And I'm just like, oh, okay. Well,
If
thanks
you are
for
not
that.
aware, you're referring to current Chevy commercials
Right, which I'm
where
sure-
they talk about
right.
like unpaid
and,
actors.
they've been like parodied a bunch. And
Yeah.
stuff.
Even though, for somehow they are unpaid actors, but they're like cornier and less believable than actual actors.
Yeah. Right.
Like they somehow pulled that off. Those commercials
but just
are so
like
bad.
someone like corners you into this like
Yeah.
elaborately built like studio thing. Like, oh man, this might be something sweet.
Mm-hmm.
There might be like a celebrity here.
Did you know?
And then just
which
like,
emoji would you use?
Yeah.
to
Do you know how many awards
the fuck is this?
Equinox has won? Like,
Right.
I don't fucking care.
I wonder, like, for every like
Can I go
good,
back out to the street?
for every good take they have, I wonder if there's just like 10
Like,
people are
really,
like,
like-
the fuck is this?
Yeah, it's like, oh, okay.
Can I leave? Like, I don't like this.
Yeah.
The Ford looks better.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty bad. That was a whole nother vein of car commercials. I forgot. It sucked.
They must think that they're working because they
must be working.
yeah, because
that's the other.
they've kept on with that.
My
for
favorite
quite a
part
while.
of those commercials are like was when the people actually sit in the car and they go, "Oh, it's actually really nice in here." Like their assumption of
Oh, yeah.
Chevy is like, "Oh, it's
Chevy,
a piece of shit."
it's not as bad as you thought.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's the whole selling.
Yeah,
point.
one of my favorite ones was when they came out with I think it was the Malibu.
Oh yeah.
And they pulled the badging off, and all the people were like, "It's like, what kind of car do you think it is?" And they're like, "I don't know, an Audi." And like they were basically what they're trying to say is like, "Oh, people think it's like high end."
Yeah.
And it's not. But all I could think was like, well, I don't know. It's so anonymous and generic that I can't possibly tell what kind of car it is without the badging to
Oh, it's
tell me.
silver?
I don't know. You clearly just copied a bunch of German designs, hoping to make it upmarket. It's like, you think this is an effective commercial? Dumb people can't tell what. It's like, God. Yeah. Anyways.
But I think the Chevy ones are annoying, but I think the Nissan ones are even more.
Oh, that's true.
I think those ones bother me more.
The
I don't know
Nissan
if they've
ones
done
where
that
they're just, like,
recently.
where they're just like totally off the wall.
There's the
and
one where
don't
the
make any
where the,
sense.
where the lady was like, "John, I have to find this one."
Yeah,
Is this
put it
the
here.
Ultima one or the
I
Maxima?
think it was a Rogue, and it's like, "I'm late for work," and she's like, "No problem." And then it just goes to this like CG like video game thing where she like leaps up on top of a train.
yeah.
And like, what the fuck does that like, tell you about anything?
Yes, anyone?
You could literally put any vehicle of any type,
Yeah.
of any
Swap it
age,
out.
into that thing, and it'd be like,
I think for them, the goal is just like get the brand out there, talk about the brand.
do it in like the.
All you're
dumbest way.
hoping is that people see the logo, see the brand, and are aware that you're still making cars.
right?
It's like, I don't think anyone's going to be like, what's that car? I saw a commercial and now I'm interested in it. Like, they don't sell cars through commercials anymore. They just keep their brand
Yeah.
semi-relevant.
Right, like we still exist.
Yeah, we just, like, if they could, they should probably just do a 30-second TV spot where it just showed the logo and played music.
Well, I was gonna
Don't even
I was
show
gonna
the
say
car.
like the only modern car commercials that I think are actually decent. Like they're not geared towards us at all, but like it's that weird quirky thing, like the Nissan Kicks or like the Kia Soul. Like remember like the hamster commercials with the
yeah.
Kia Soul, where it's just like like, you know, popular song and then like, you know,
quirky
features
at
and
least
stuff like
people will remember it.
Yeah, I think their goal, honestly, now that we're kind of talking about it, I think their goal is just to help make people know that the brand exists and leave them with a generally positive feeling so that they don't hate the commercial when it shows up.
Yeah. I still, I don't know. I feel like that Camaro commercial that John's about to play.
Which one?
The one, the like 94, 93.
Oh, yes.
Play it right.
Yeah.
Here comes one. Oh, an 87 Buick station wagon. Got it. 74 Volkswagen Beetle. A 285 horsepower V8 6-speed 1996 Chevy Camaro Z28. Yeah, but what color?
But it's like that I feel like that is like kind of a perfect, it's like, it talks about the car at like, I remember seeing that when I was a kid, like, man, that's a cool car. Like, I think it was also because like I liked cars.
Maybe.
And that kid also liked cars.
Yeah, could relate.
So I was like, and it's like 285 horsepower LT1 6-speed.
Yeah. They just don't do them the same.
No.
It must be because it doesn't work.
Right, yeah.
Like,
they know more than us.
I guess there's a reason. Or just the cars that like we wish they would advertise, they don't need to advertise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the people who buy performance cars probably don't watch TV or whatever, you know,
or they're not looking.
They're not going to be influenced by a commercial.
I just found out about the WRX.
They're going to like.
I didn't know what a Camaro was until I saw the commercial.
Right.
Now I know. Yeah, I guess that's true. It's like, because the commercials you see really are for high volume cars. It's like CRV, RAV4, Civic.
They're for people that aren't into cars,
or they're like
reading car magazines or blogs or whatever.
They're interested in a new car and they're swayed. They could be swayed around by that, but they're not going to do like heavy research.
Right. Yeah.
That kind of
they're
stuff.
Not like reading the reviews. Probably.
Yeah. One, I bring up that like the success of Toyota's ad campaign because for whatever reason, and I feel like this is an obstacle the Japanese had to overcome, Kia and Hyundai, who, I guess what I'm trying to say is it would do well for them to have a good ad campaign, and they don't. Like, they're stupid. I can't. Like the last Forte, the Kia Forte commercial I saw at the gym.
I don't even remember that.
It's like I should have sent it to you.
Is it recent?
It's like I guess they have a race car version of the Kia Forte.
Oh yeah, is that one where they like jump it
and they jump it or something? It's just like, oh god. Who gives a shit? Like, I don't like, I already didn't like Kia and Hyundai. But like, I think there are a lot of people that are like, Japanese cars, like, screw that. They're like tin cans and stuff in the late 80s. So they were kind of overcoming that stigma.
Yeah.
But I feel like Korean cars have had a negative stigma. Like, especially in the 90s. I mean, they were just atrocious,
right.
You know, like late 90s Hyundai.
Yeah.
But it hasn't gotten a ton better. It's like they make great cars. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they're not good by any metric of quality and probably reliability. But it's like, I still wouldn't own one.
Yeah. I think, like, when we're talking about the Stinger, like,
Kia Stinger.
Yeah. Like I'm, as far as like liking cars, like I'm about as open as it, like I like just about everything.
He's owned a Miata.
Yes, I own a Miata. Yes, folks.
Yeah, sure.
But I mean, there's very few cars that I wouldn't own, that I could like never see myself owning.
Yeah.
And as bad as it sounds, like I just don't think I could buy a Kia.
I know.
Or like,
I don't know
even
why.
if it's just like this car.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know.
They just have to have.
Like, I feel bad like saying that, but.
Me too. But I don't know what it is. Because I felt that way and I'm open to changing my mind.
Yeah.
But it's like all that I think what it is the Japanese showed that like we can make a better product.
Right.
And they did.
Yeah.
And they just killed it because of it. Now they're kind of.
Kia's just like, we can make something that's kind of.
And Kia was like,
it'll be a little cheaper.
It's basically like we can make something comparable.
Yeah, we can make
like that was
we can
their
make
goal,
a cheaper
is not
version of something
better.
you're familiar with.
It was comparable because like you look at an 80s Camry versus an 80s LeBaron.
Right.
It's just like,
Malibu.
they were killing it.
Right.
They were creating a superior product with a V6.
156.
Yeah. But it's just like Korean cars have yet to seem that way. The one thing I really liked when they came out with the Genesis, the 4-door one, the big,
the first one,
the luxury kind of competitor sedan. I was like, damn, okay,
here they are.
Like, here they come, but that was kind of it. And then it's like, and the Stinger. It's like here and there, they'll have a model that's like well received and reasonably competitive, but it's not. It needs to be like one after the other, just like banging these things out.
It needs to be like something like nothing like this exists.
Yeah.
Or it just needs to be way better.
Yeah.
Which I don't think the Stinger is really.
No. It's anyone who argues that about them, like I'm sure we'll get one or two or multiple. I don't know. There'll probably be some comments about like, Koreans aren't actually. But it's like, it's always like, they're pretty good. Like people say they're garbage. They're not garbage. Right. It's like, they're just as good. You know, it's like, yeah, I'm not saying they're garbage.
Yeah.
But they're just unremarkable.
And they don't have, I mean, I guess they will at some point. They don't have like the heritage or whatever of even like Ford or something. You know, like, oh yeah, like Ford was like, Ford's been doing this for 100 years or 50 years, whatever.
Yeah, they could.
Yeah,
they could. I'm open to it. Yeah. That's the thing is we're open to them. Changing.
It's definitely not for lack of effort.
Yeah, it's not for lack of effort.
But the thing that I hate the most about Kia is their logo.
Yes. I was thinking this.
Their logo is like
it's so boring.
Well, it's not boring. I mean, it is. It's boring, but it's like change your fucking logo. Like
it's
so cheap.
It literally says the name of the thing. I mean, I know it's 3 letters.
It's like the cheapest looking.
So cheesy.
And they've had that logo like when they were known for being total shit.
Yeah. Rebrand, please.
Well, going back to what Coin was saying,
$50,000 car with that logo on it.
Yeah.
But like when they brought the Genesis out, like the Genesis didn't have any Hyundai badges on it. It had its own specific.
Now it's like a separate.
It's brand. Like they spun off the brand,
right? Yeah. Right? Now it has its own specific badge, which is I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, I mean that's what he's saying. Yeah, don't fucking use that thing.
And I've also heard people say like they've gone to look at a Stinger, like the experience you get at the dealer is like Kia, like we got to run your credit, like.
It's like, still kind of like, it's like used car.
The approach is like, like we're selling $15,000 Rios, but you're here to look at a $50,000 sports sedan, which like is a very like unknown product for us.
Yeah, good effort.
Yeah,
but
keep working on it.
It's not there yet.
And change your logo.
Kia change. What's Hyundai's? Oh yeah,
it's like the oval with the weird looking H.
Yeah. It's the almost Honda.
It's the slightly italicized rounded Honda. Yeah,
that logo represents so much about how I feel about their cars. It's almost a Honda.
Yeah,
that's like that should be their new slogan.
If you squint really hard, it's a Honda.
Yeah. They are fine. I mean, the thing is they took that company went through a quantum leap of just like terrible to fine, just fine, you know? And it's like, don't they still have like 10-year, 100,000 mile warranty?
Probably
it's
something
like
crazy like
if you just need a car, fine. Like go for it. But you're not gonna, they've got the opportunity to.
They have the resources.
Yeah. Take it to the next level. But
good luck, guys.
Yeah, good luck.
Do like a partnership with Samsung or something.
Or you start it with a killer V6 and an advertising campaign.
And a guy that can just jump like you've never seen.
So I can't. All right.
Have we talked about the Subaru commercials? Like the Outback?
The old, like
Paul Hogan?
Yeah. Australian ass. Yeah.
Subaru's another one.
They used to have some sweet ones.
But apparently that's working for them because they.
Oh, their new stuff. Yeah.
They're like super like wussified, like
the new ones
exploring.
They lived.
Yeah.
Subaru's killing it. Yeah, that's probably the most successful ad campaign.
I'm not a fan, but currently it definitely works.
You got to respect their game.
Yeah.
They should just bring back Paul Hogan.
Hey, Mike.
Mix the old. There is one. I guess we'll leave you with. We'll close on this. The Subaru commercial of an old man in a lighthouse. They're like, what is this commercial? It's just like,
the like blind man showing him down.
Like, this is everything wrong with Subaru advertising.
I don't think it tells you like one thing about the car.
Yeah. So we will close. We'll close with this.
Yeah.
So
enjoy.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoyed. Yeah. Let us know in the comments below your favorite car commercial and enjoy this parting piece. Yeah. I agree. All right. See you next time.
See ya.
Does this map show the Peninsula Trail?
Peninsula Trail. You won't find that on a map. I'll take you there.
Fuck that. Let's just show that Toyota one again.
It's a V6. Don't let the power go to your head. V6, V6, V6.
Powerful Camry V6.
I know what you do.